Hello everyone, myself Bautik Trivedi working as an assistant professor in IT/ICT department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. I will explain you the concept of TCP and all of you know the transmission control protocol in advanced networking protocol subject. So let's start with the concept of TCP in detail. So let's start with this. So first of all, the introduction about the TCP or overview of TCP. So TCP is under which category of layer? First of all, first question is that. So TCP that's supported in a transport layer. How many types of layer you know? Physical, data link, network layer, session layer, presentation layer, transport layer, application layer. So these all are the layers of the OSI model. So TCP under which category of the layer? The answer that is the transport layer. So TCP is connection oriented or connectionless? So TCP is connection oriented protocol and UDP is connectionless protocol. So let's start with the concept of TCP, overview of TCP in detail. So let's start with this. Here you just see, first of all, TCP, first one, point to point. TCP supported point to point concept. So what is the meaning of that? One sender, one receiver. That's the concept of the point to point. Second one, reliable in order byte stream, means here that supported the reliable connection and no message boundaries in TCP. Third one, that supported the pipeline concept. What is the meaning of pipeline? Pipeline means that supported the congestion control, that supported the flow control, and congestion control and flow control both supported some window size. That supported the concept of pipeline. Third one, that supported the concept of buffer also. How many type of buffer? One from the sender point of view and one from the receiver point of view. So again I repeat the important concept of the TCP. First one, that is the point to point. Second one, that is the reliable in order byte stream. Third one, that is the pipeline. And fourth one, that is the send and receive buffers for that. So that is the overview of the TCP. After that, again, three important points regarding the TCP. First one, full duplex. All of you know how many type of duplexing system in a networking. So mainly three types. First one, that is known as a simplex. Second one, that is known as a half duplex. And third one, that is known as a full duplex. So that supported the full duplex data. So full duplex data means bidirectional data flow for the particular connection. So here one important concept for that, the name of the concept, that is known as a MSS. What is the meaning of MSS? Maximum segment size. Second one, already I discussed, TCP supported the connection oriented, UDP supported the connection less. So here supported connection oriented. So how I establish the connection in TCP, that is the most important point. So with using the handshaking, means exchanging of the message. Exchanging of the message means which kind of message? Exchanging of the control message. With using the sender and receiver you can do this. And last one, that is the flow control. So flow control means what? Sender will not overwhelm receiver. Means whatever the speed of the sender, that supported the receiver. That's the most important thing regarding the concept of TCP. So up to this, whatever the discussion, that is totally regarding the TCP overview of the TCP or the concept of the TCP. After that, this is the most important question generally asked in an examination, that is the structure of the TCP segment. So here you just see TCP segment structure is divided into the different parts. First one, that is the source port number. Second one, that is known as a destination port number. Third one, that is known as a sequence number. And fourth one, that is known as a acknowledgement number. Sequence number and acknowledgement number, that supported by the counting by bytes of the data. Sequence number is incremented by 1 and acknowledgement number is always incremented by 1 whenever you receive the response like this. After that, this is the most important thing. First one, that is known as a header length. Second one, that is known as a not use. Third one, that is known as a U. U means urgent pointer, that is generally used for the urgent data. A stands for acknowledgement, P stands for parity, R stands for reset, S stands for synchronization, and F for the finish. Again I repeat, each and every important point must remember this. First one, that is used for the header len. Second one, that is for the not use. Third one, that is for the urgent pointer. A for the acknowledgement, R for the restart or reset, S for the synchronization, and F for the finish. Then after the receive window. Receive window means number of bytes receiver willing to accept, that is generally used for this. One, that is the checksum, then after the urgent data pointer, then after the option, and then after the application data. Must remember one thing, application data and option both supported the variable length. So this is the segment structure of the TCP. So in examination it directly asks, explain the concept of TCP segment structure. So at that time discuss each and every individual field of the TCP segment structure. After that, what do you mean by reliable data transfer? And TCP supported the reliable data transfer, but how? Which particular concept that is the part of that? So first one, TCP creating a one service. Then after using the concept of the pipeline segments, supported the concept of the cumulative acknowledgement. TCP using the single retransmission timer. So these all are the concepts that is generally used for the reliable data transfer in TCP. Retransmissions are triggered by mainly two important points for that. First one, that is the timeout event, and second one, that is the deduplicate acknowledgement. So how the retransmission is triggered in TCP? So mainly two techniques. One, that is the timeout event, and second one, that is known as a duplicate acknowledgement. Initially, whenever the TCP sender, so it directly ignore the duplicate acknowledgement, it ignore the flow control, it ignore the congestion control at the initial stage. So this is about the concept of the reliable data transfer. So here you just see, what do you mean by retransmission? All of you know, retransmission means directly resending the packet. So here you just see host A and host B. So here it directly sending the packet. In between the acknowledgement loss, so that is the loss acknowledgement scenario. Here you receive the acknowledgement. So this is the one concept. In this case, whatever the acknowledgement loss, so you directly sending the again, so that is known as a retransmission. So here you just see premature timeout. So in between premature timeout, so you again sending the acknowledgement. So this is the second scenario. So in which scenario you apply the retransmission in TCP? So first one, lost acknowledgement, that is the one scenario. Second one, premature timeout, that is the second scenario. And third scenario, all of you just see, that is the cumulative acknowledgement scenario. So acknowledgement loss is there, then after the premature is there, so that is known as a cumulative acknowledgement scenario. So retransmission scenario supported the three particular technique. Here you just see, first one, that is the lost acknowledgement scenario, second one, that is known as a premature timeout, and third one, that is known as a cumulative acknowledgement scenario. After that, what do you mean by fast retransmit? So whenever you receive the timeout period, so that is generally relatively long, so you put the long delay before resending the lost packet. So how I detect the lost packet? How do I detect the lost segment? Via duplicate acknowledgement. So here you just see, if segment is lost, so there will be many duplicate acknowledgement. So if sender receive 3 acknowledgement for the same data, if sender receive 3 acknowledgement for the same data, it directly suppose that segmented after acknowledgement data was lost. So for this you directly apply the fast retransmit, and fast retransmit means resend the segment before timer expire. So before timer expire, you resending the segment. This particular technique is known as a fast retransmit. So up to this, whatever the discussion, that is totally regarding the concept of the TCP, how you apply the retransmission, how you apply the fast retransmit, what's the segment structure behind the TCP. After that, what is the meaning of flow control and what is the meaning of error control, already you know. So TCP supported the flow control, but how? So receive side of TCP connection has a receive buffer. So one sending buffer is there, one receive buffer is there. What's the logic behind the flow control here? Sender won't overflow receiver buffer by transmitting too much too fast. So speed matching service, matching the send rate to the receiving rate, that is the most important thing here. So here you just see that is the data from IP. This is the receiver window. This is the receiver buffer. Receiver's window supported the two. One that is the spare room and second one that is known as a TCP data in buffer. So this is generally structure of the receiver buffer and receiver window, and must remember the speed matching for the sender buffer and receiver buffer, that is the most important one in TCP flow control. After that, how you apply the TCP connection management. So TCP connection management, generally TCP sender and receiver establishing the connection before exchanging any particular data. So first one, it initialize the TCP variables. Which TCP variable? One that is the sequence number, one that is the source port number, second one that is the buffer, third one that is the flow control information. Which particular information that is the part of flow control? That is the receiver window. Client, that is known as a connection initiator. How I apply the connection? With using the socket programming. Socket, client socket is equal to new socket, host name, comma, port number. So that is the connection initiator. And server means contacted by the client. So how I creating this socket, connection socket is equal to welcome socket dot accept. So this is the logic. This is the logic of the how you apply the TCP connection with using the socket programming. Next one, three-way handshaking. So three-way handshaking means step 1, step 2 and step 3. How I apply the handshaking, how I apply the TCP connection management. So here you just see step number 1. So client host send TCP synchronization segment to the server. Must remember the sequence. Client sending the TCP synchronization segment to server. It specifies the sequence number. At that time no data is there. Server reply with the receive synchronization and reply with the synchronization acknowledgement segment. So server allocating the buffer. It specifies the server initial sequence number also, and client receive this particular synchronization acknowledgement and it reply with the acknowledgement segment which may contain the data. So first of all, establishing the connection from client to server, server sending the acknowledgement response to the client, and client receive the synchronization acknowledgement. It replies with the acknowledgement segment which may contain the data. So this is the way you can directly perform the TCP connection management. After that, here you just see how I close the connection. How I close the connection in TCP. So for this, using the client socket dot close, that's the method for that. In step number 1, client and system send the TCP FIN control segment to server. So FIN and acknowledgement. And step number 2, server receive the FIN, reply with the acknowledgement, closing the connection and sending the FIN. So here you just see this is the concept for this, that is for the TCP connection close. Step number 3, client receive the FIN, reply with the acknowledgement, entering the time wait, will respond with the acknowledgement to receive the FIN. Server receive the acknowledgement and connection close. Must remember one thing, with small modification can handle the simultaneous FIN. So that's all about the today's session. Must remember one thing, in this particular session, the overview of the TCP, segment structure of the TCP, how you apply the connection management in TCP, how you apply the reliable connection in TCP. So that's the logic of the TCP, that's the overview of the TCP. Thank you for watching.